Business is a game. Most men don't realize that. They think they're building careers, stacking money, but they're just NPCs running the tutorial menu screen on repeat. In this video, let's talk about the best game ever invented. It's not Call of Duty, it's not GTA, it's real life. It's business. This is the only game where the scoreboard is your bank account and your freedom. But here's the catch. You've been playing blind your entire career. There's no rule book. There's no map. That's why you're broke, distracted, and 10 levels behind the guy you secretly compare yourself to. So today, I'm gonna hand you the cheat codes. You can use them and you can skip years of wasted time. But if you ignore them, you'll stay stuck at level 1 forever. I built a 9-figure revenue business from my garage using these lessons, and I'm confident that you can reach your goals with them too. So let's get into the best game ever made. I'm serious. In video games, you always know the mission. You beat the final boss. You win the girl. You collect the loot. But real life, nobody hands you the quest. You just get dropped in without a tutorial. So you end up wasting years on side quests that don't even matter, and you chase degrees at universities that you'll never use. Or even worse, you spend decades at jobs that you can't stand. And all of this is just to look for approval from people who don't care about you. By the time we're done with this video, you're gonna know 3 things. You're gonna know what the main quest of the business game really is. You're gonna know which side quests secretly drain your time and energy, and the exact cheat codes to level up faster than anyone else this year. After this, you won't look at your life or your business the same way again. The first cheat code is you have to define your main quest. Now, here's where a lot of guys mess up. They treat everything like it's part of the game, but it's not. In video games, yeah, side quests pay off. You get XP, you get loot. But in business, side quests rob you blind of the one thing that truly matters: your energy and your attention. You're scrolling social media, you're chasing random certifications, and you're juggling 5 different hustles at once. That's not progress. That's running in circles. But the truth is, focus is the real superpower in business. If you don't know your main quest, your wealth-building vehicle, you're just bleeding your energy dry. Your quest could be building a one-person business that prints income for you, or it could be mastering a rare skill, or it could be scaling an AI brand that's so big that makes your competitors hardly be able to breathe. Whatever it is, you gotta lock it in. One quest, no detours, because the guys who chase everything, they never cash in on anything. And once you finally lock in your quest, here's another brutal truth that's waiting for you. Number 2, fail in an upward spiral. In video games, you level up by grinding through easy fights, but in life, it's the opposite. You don't level up from easy wins. You level up from losing the hard ones. And most men don't understand that. They avoid failure like it's the plague. They'd rather sit around doing endless busy work in cubicles just to feel productive. And they'd rather do that than put themselves in the spot where the stakes are high, where they could actually get rejected and embarrassed. But here's the brutal truth. Failure is the only real XP system in business. Every rejection sharpens your pitch, every flop sharpens your instincts, and every mistake upgrades your playbook. If you're not failing, you're not really playing at all. You're just stuck in the tutorial zone, swinging at low-level enemies and pretending you're getting stronger. So let's not play those games. And that's where most men get trapped. They're forever practicing, getting ready, never taking risks, never advancing further down the field. But the guys who win big, they fail in an upward spiral. They fail big, and they start treating failure like training reps, not like a death sentence. And once you flip that switch, once you start failing on purpose, you unlock the next cheat code. And what I mean by failing on purpose is not failing where you have the intention to fail, but it's knowing that it's one of the possible likely outcomes, and you use it as a leverage point, as a fulcrum for your advantage. That's what failing in an upward spiral is all about. Cheat code number 3. Know your character stats. When you spawn in a video game, you know your stats. You've got your strength, your speed, and your stamina. You see the numbers right there on the screen. But in business, most men go years without even knowing their stats. They don't know what their real talents are, their core skills. They don't know where they actually dominate their peer group. So they just burn through their 20s and 30s chasing other people's quests, trying to copy their careers. And that could be their skills, their flexes. And all it does is leaves them exhausted, broke, and wondering why it doesn't feel right. That's not your game. The real cheat code is self-knowledge, knowing yourself. Knowing your stats, running your build, not someone else's. And that starts with a personal audit. So ask yourself, what feels effortless for you that other people struggle with? I know some people who math feels effortless for them. And I know some people who hate math. They would rather be dead than do it. I know some people who are great at writing stories and creatives. And I know other people that have no idea how to be creative. So what is the thing that feels effortless for you? And then next, what problems do people already pay you to solve? Assuming you've made $1, where did that dollar come from? Track it. And then why do you obsess over certain things rather than others? And that's even when nobody's watching. What do you do in those silent moments where no one's looking? Are you reading? Are you online? What are you doing online? What are the things that you like over everything else that other people do? That's your natural starting advantage. That's the thing you need to double down on. So build your business around it, amplify it, let it carry you through those early levels when you're finding yourself. Because even when you do know your stats, even when you're playing your strengths, the game isn't going to be easy at all. It's still going to throw traps at you. And that's where most men get wiped out. Cheat code number 4. Guard against NPC missions. Every game's got NPCs. That's non-player characters. And they're begging you to do their missions and their chores. In life, it's going to look like this. It could be your parents pushing you into careers that you don't want. And I hate to call your parents NPCs, but think about it. Isn't it reasonable if you're a parent to want your kids to like and do the same thing that you did? That's what you want to avoid. You've got to decide for yourself what you like. And then next, it could be bosses dangling fake promotions to keep you loyal. That's how decades go by. Or it could be society whispering at you to rack up debt, chase clout, and stay average. Maybe signing a 30-year mortgage or multiple car leases. And here's the wild part. Psychologists tell us that 50 to 70% of people don't have internal monologue. They're running on someone else's script. So here's the thing. Most people are just trying to offload their side quests onto you. And the moment you accept them, then your main quest dies. Boundaries aren't some spiritual buzzword. They're shields against these NPCs. If you don't hold them up, you'll spend years grinding side quests that pay you nothing. So start to love to say no. Refuse other people's scripts for your life. Guard your energy like it's a treasure. And when you finally stop running NPC missions, you're going to start to see the real enemies of the game. Cheat code number 5, recognize your real enemies. All right, not everyone who helps you is really on your side. And not everyone who hurts you is out to get you. In business, it's not personal. Enemies don't announce themselves. They don't look like villains like in the movies. They look familiar. It's the friend who makes a joke when you finally launch. It's the coworker who tries to guilt you for wanting more. Or it's the competitor who pulls you into comparisons that you can't win. That's the envy trap. You start staring at someone else's progress and you forget your own stats. You waste energy looking sideways instead of directly ahead moving forward. And here's the thing. Success always comes with sacrifice. There's no way around it. You can't envy what someone else has unless you also envy what they had to sacrifice to get it. So let's be honest, you don't. So stay locked on your quest. Protect yourself from envy. Every minute spent comparing is XP you'll never get back. And once you learn that, once you stop bleeding energy sideways, that's when the game flips. That's when you unlock the cheat code that bends every single rule that you know. Cheat code 6 is my favorite. The player alliance glitch. In most games, you're the lone hero. You run around, you level up, you take on final bosses by yourself. But in business, that's pure suicide. The fastest way to level up is alliances. It's teams, it's mentors, it's partners, even rivals that make you better. Iron sharpening iron. When you help them win, they open up doors you could never kick down on your own. It's opportunities, knowledge, capital, and protection. So here's the paradox. The guy who tries to play only for himself stays small. The guy who builds alliances becomes unstoppable. Imagine Elon Musk without the PayPal mafia. That's Peter Thiel. Imagine Peter Thiel's with you. David Sachs, who's in the White House now. Elon Musk. There was also Max Levchin. Or imagine the early Tesla team. See, most people don't even remember. Elon invested into Tesla and joined a pre-existing team. Or think about Steve Jobs without Steve Wozniak. Or Bezos without his early investors, or the current CEO, Andy Jassy. Nobody goes big completely solo in business. You don't need everyone, but you do need the right few. So protect those relationships, build with them, and then share the equity wins with other people who are valuable. Because once you figure out alliances, that's where you unlock the final boss cheat code. Cheat code number 7 is the infinite game mindset. Now, most guys treat business like it's got a finish line. They hit $1 million or $100 million or $1 billion, and they think they're done. They buy the mansion or the yacht or the jet, and they think that they won, and they cash out, and that's why they stagnate. Business is never a one and done. It's not about hitting one number and checking out. It's an infinite game. It's not truncated. The whole point is to keep yourself in long enough to keep building, to keep stacking, and then keep dominating your market share. And that means to stop chasing flexes. Stop chasing little milestones. Start building real freedom. Start chasing mastery. Start thinking in decades, not just in instant dopamine hits like your IPO or an M&A deal or maybe a big C round from a famous VC. The guy who lasts the longest, who stays in the arena when everyone else burns out, those are the ones who walk away from all the shiny objects. All right, let's recap all these 7 cheat codes. Lock in your main quest, fail in an upward spiral, know your stats, stop running NPC missions, guard yourself against the enemy of envy, build the right alliances, and remember, the game is an infinite game. It doesn't end. And the men who win are the ones who play it like it is infinite. Those are the cheat codes nobody gave you. That's the difference between men who build empires and men who waste their lives grinding side quests that never matter. So now you've got a choice. You can keep playing blind, or you can start playing with the codes. If you're serious about mastering the business game, subscribe right now. That's where the real blueprint is. And if you like this video, you can watch my last video by clicking right here, and I'll see all of you in the trenches.